In the 60s, their music was everywhere. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons had a distinctive sound, and big hits like Big Girls Don't Cry and Walk Like a Man.
Jersey Boys is the Tony Award-winning production that tells their story, and it opens this Wednesday at Maine State Music Theater at Westbrook Performing Arts Center. I talked with Joshua Charles Skurnick, who plays Frankie Valli, and Kenny Ingram, who is the choreographer.
Well, it's the story of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, and it's interesting because most people don't really know the story, but everyone knows the music. So when you go to the show, and some people don't even realize they know the music until they're at the theater and they're like, wow, I know this song from this commercial or this movie or this. I mean, can't take my eyes off of you. It's everywhere.
Can't take my eyes off you. Pardon the way that I stare.
But as far as the story goes, it starts when Frankie's around 15 years old until the time he's 70, and just all the different moments that happened to him in his life, and how he got to where he was.
What I'm very happy about is that the fact that we've come out of all of this chaotic mess over the past year, and to be able to be in Mr. Josh's presence is such a blessing, because he comes with, you know, the whole package. I mean, he's done the show on Broadway, you know what I mean? And for me to be in the room with him, to me, it's such an amazing blessing, because I'm learning a lot from him also, because that's how I try to approach my day every day. It's like, you know, I'm gonna try to learn something too. What's really cool about it, Peggy, is that I feel like I'm passing on something to them, like dance steps.
I was just gonna say that, just how even yesterday you went into like just the different styles of the time period, and Kenny's implementing like all new dances into the show that go along with like the time period so well. Like the cha-cha we kind of got into yesterday, which was like huge in the 60s. So it's gonna be different and really, really cool.
Everyone has heard that music, whether or not they recognize that it's, you know, that it's Frankie Valli. We don't all know the backstory. So that's why this production has been so wildly successful in telling that backstory.
Oh, pretty baby, don't bring me down, I pray. Oh, pretty baby, now that I found you, stay and let me love you, baby. Let me love you.
Kenny, when you're choreographing something like this that's had amazing success, what do you bring to that to make it fresh for a production like the one that at Maine State Music Theater?
I lived it. I lived this. I watched the Ed Sullivan Show when I was 3-4 years old. You know what I mean? I saw them. Their albums was in our household. My mother loved Frankie Valli. Josh and I were just saying that today, it's like I'm able to pass on like the swim and the cha-cha, because people don't dance like that anymore. But that's how we as Americans really communicated, was a lot through dance. American Bandstand, or, you know, or Ed Sullivan, it was huge. And I wanted to bring that to this production. You know, I wanted to really stay true to the actual period, doing the stroll in the 50s. And, you know, and then I'm going to go somewhere else at the end, but I'm not going to say it.
Okay, well, we're going to keep everybody in a little bit of suspense.
The first time I saw the show, I was like 13, and I knew that I wanted to do it, and I auditioned for about 6 years, like 2-3 times a year, and I finally kind of grew into it and did it. And now I'm just so excited to be doing it here in a new version. It's just really exciting, especially after this year.
Frankie Valli's voice is really a one of a kind. It doesn't sound like an easy voice to perform.
I always say if this show didn't exist, I probably would never sing like that. There'd be like no reason for me to even, I mean, I wouldn't just sit down and be like, I need to learn how to sing like falsetto this high and all this stuff. But like I said before, I saw the show when I was 13, and I used to listen to the cast album every single day, sing through it. And even like the full voice stuff, I wouldn't really say is like my natural singing voice. It's really mimicked of like Frankie's sound.
Sherry baby,
And then the falsetto stuff just over so many years. I mean, when I was younger and trying to do it, I really couldn't. And like now it kind of really does come pretty easy for me.
Wow.
So, but yeah, it was years and years and years of practice.
There's a true gratefulness in the room, being blessed to be there. I've noticed that with this whole company, myself included, you know, just to be, like Josh said, in the room with a lot of people that we haven't had a chance to do that because we're theater people. You know, I mean, we're always around each other and we always support each other with love. So that first day of rehearsal was just the orientation, as Maine State Music Theater calls it, was outstanding.
There is a lot of energy around this show. The Maine State Music Theater's production of Jersey Boys opens this Wednesday and runs through September 19th. This will be the final production of Maine State Music Theater's season, and we will include a link to their website if you'd like to buy tickets in the 207 section of our website and app. And I had a lot of fun working on that story.
I could tell by the way you danced through the entire story as it was
I've
playing.
been listening to a lot of Frankie Valli music, and it kind of gets inside your head, so you know you can't help it. And during the interview, Josh shared with me that he is actually a Jersey boy, and I shared with him that I'm actually a Jersey girl.
So you had that
So
connection.
There you go.